Howdy, my name's Larian, and I finally made it to the edge of the forest where the trees thinned out quite a bit. There's water and a little recurrent complex hut. And in this little hut with only slightly broken roof, there's a bed and a furnace and a crafting table and a book inside a box. I've been cutting down some of these trees in order to make some kind of fenced-in area where I think I'm going to leave the horse for now. I can't cross the water on the horse. It's just completely unrealistic. And unfortunately, that seems to be my only option, really. So I'm going to clear out some of this area around here and see what we can do. This honestly is a much better place than it could be. That lead that I went to all that trouble to make broke within minutes because possibly I fell down a long falling down, and yeah. Eating, however, that one prime cow filled my health completely, and that was really nice. But there's a lot of animals here that are thriving, and I kind of don't want to mess that up right at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't get leather from pigs. But I need to get this. I need to get the horse to stop wandering off. And so I think what I'm going to do here... Oh, he's hungry now. Watering him, was that enough to make him happy enough for me to ride? No, does not look like it. Okay, so that's a major downside of those horses. And he's just going to wander off. He's in all of this grass, but he's citing hunger, which is baloney. I thought I saw some apple trees. But anyway, what we're going to do here is we are going to choose this location to operate out of for a little while. This is going to be temporary home. I just want to secure that horse before I do, and then I'm going to dig a tunnel to the center of the earth. And we're going to see where that takes us. I want an apple or a carrot or wheat, but I don't have any of that because I ate most of that stuff. The horse keeps wandering further and further away. See, that's cherries, not apples in that tree. And I haven't seen a village because, frankly, I haven't gotten to travel very far. Can I just push you a little bit? Actually, you ate. It did eat, finally. Okay, so interesting. So he did finally find some grass to eat. So we're going to get him back to the home. Yeah, this is definitely a lot harder to drive one of these than it is a vanilla horse. It's just so much larger. Let's go ahead and see if just strapping you to that will keep you occupied. But I'm going to set a sleepaway point. I took a couple of screenshots because, frankly, there were some pretty interesting moments. One of the moments was somehow my cart got flipped upside down. Again, going down hills with this. Okay, so, honestly, straight down. And we're going to go straight down from within the building itself. I don't need to worry about holding that up. Security isn't that big of a deal here. But we are just going to go straight down like this. And just dig down. So I am going to get my little path down to the center of the earth, and I will show you what I've got when I've got it. Alright, we're back. The horse was wandering off. Is that a hostile spider? That is not a hostile spider. Okay. The horse kept wandering off even though it was attached to the cart. It wound up on the other side of that. Hello, that's a creeper. Okay, we are going to... Well, We're going to fail to kill a creeper, but hey, we got string from the spider. But anyway, like I was saying, the horse kept wandering off, so we made a little place for him. The water helps, keeps him taken care of, and he can eat the flowers and the grass that grows naturally. The wagon isn't going anywhere with nobody pulling it. We also went ahead and I placed down my blueberry bushes. I started putting some of my junk in here, and I dug down these vines are getting in the way. I dug down all the way to level 12, and I picked up a good amount of ore, and I placed staircases the entire way. I'm not going to make you watch me go down these stairs any further because it is really, really, really problematic watching this. Yeah, I messed up right there. I wasn't counting correctly because the spinning in circles gets to people. See, we're still not all the way down. It goes a long way. But this is a safe way to go down. And I am amazed that we just I think I drilled in between a bunch of caves and things because of the monsters that we were detecting on the sensor. But here we are downstairs. We did find some gold. We need a couple more diamonds. We have no redstone yet, but we're at Z level 12. So here's how I tend to do my mining. I usually go with a 2-wide horizontal shaft like this. So we'll dig something like this out.
Redstone.
Not redstone. Okay, that interruption was brought to me by my darling daughter, who was up with a bad dream, and so has been watching me for a little bit. She forgot she was supposed to be listening quietly. No problem, but lost my train of where was... Alright, so, like I was saying, I try to do stuff like that. This is not actually redstone. This is mercury. It is red, though, and we are looking for redstone. You are correct. So what we do is we just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, torch on the left. And we make a point of doing that, and then we'll go over 2 and do it again. 1, 2, etc. Torch on the left. And this gives us maximum coverage with minimum effort, and it's safer than a lot of other methods we could be trying. And the counting 7 before placing the torches guarantees no mob spawns. But yeah, so it's going to take a while to find stuff. That lead we need to pick up. That's important. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop this diorite right now. I said I'm going to drop this diorite. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and mine a lot down here. We're just using stone picks right now because it doesn't make a huge difference. Eventually we'll upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and set up some boxes down here so I don't have to go all the way upstairs. Every time I want to unload, and I'm going to go ahead and place one of our crafting tables down here. In fact, we're not. It's all the way upstairs. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that until I have the materials for our next couple of builds, which is going to take a while and make a really, really involved line. And these things are just going to go on for a ways. And if I bump into caves, we bump into caves. If we don't bump into caves, great. We don't bump into caves. That's safer. But yeah. So I'm going to get to it, and I'm not even going to make you watch a time-lapse because it's super boring to watch. Well, we struck diamonds. They're right here. There was some sulfur we were getting out of the way before moving other stuff on. There's totally zombies like right on the other side of this wall here. We'll encounter those shortly. But there's diamonds. Alright. I'm done digging. I dug a whole lot. I went through probably 6 or 7 stone picks, and I went through 3 iron picks. The 3rd iron pick is inches away from dying, and I realized something about the horse. I was going through and looking at my other stuff, and lo and behold, we have saddle variety options, and one of them is swimming. So, if we take some wood and some leather and attach it to our saddle, this horse can swim. So we should be able to actually go along the water this way and not get stuck. But to do one other thing is I really want to make we're going to have some food for this thing. And I'm just going to set that to grow while we're going back down here. So we dug a little bit here. And we collected a very large amount of cobblestone, of course. We also got 15 diamonds total. I went ahead and I dug up the diamond that was down there because I tried out a crack hammer. I made an iron crack hammer, and I tried it on one of the several diamond nodes that I found, and it unfortunately just crushed it into dust. That's okay. We have uses for diamond dust, namely hardening our jetpack. That's really the... I mean, there's some other things for it, but really, this is the important one, is making our jetpack have armor when we get around to that. Where else was I? Oh yeah, so I got a good bit of redstone, a bunch of different sulfurs and powders and things. Those got their own box. Over here, clay. There's a lot of underground clay that we picked up, and I put all the clay and coal in here, and this is the ore we collected. A staggering amount of ore. A lot of these are coppers, but a good amount of iron. This really is nice. I could separate this further and take some of the things like lithium and uranium out. Honestly, mercury, I'm kind of fuzzy on. It doesn't look like there's a lot that I can do with it, so this may wind up being kind of a waste product, but we'll see. Either way, I dug and collected everything. I'm about to break my iron pick, but I have enough iron that we're okay. And the first thing I need to build is an arboreal extractor, but really the first thing I need to do is make a couple more furnaces, because we're going to be processing a lot of stone, and I'm going to make 6 furnaces here, and I'm just going to stick them all right here. I need to put, you know what, right now, it doesn't much matter. Where you go? Okay, that's a little tight, but we'll make it work. Okay, so all that can go back in there. Blueberries can go back in the backpack. All right, so the arboreal extractor is made from 2 wooden planks, a piece of copper, a device frame, a redstone servo, and 2 iron gears. The device frame is tin, glass, and a copper gear. Now, because of what I've got on here, there are 2 routes that I can take to making the copper and iron and such gears. One of them is the sort of standard way, the inefficient way, and another one of them saves a lot of materials and thus a lot of time. And so we're going to do that way, because not that we're short on materials, we have all of the metal we need. Okay, so there's 7 glass, 8 glass. That was primarily meant for my... You know what, I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this right now since I've got these over here. But the first thing I need for that is, for those gears, I need iron. And there's the 2 recipes, like I mentioned. I can either use the standard thermal foundation recipe, which is just a bunch of iron with iron in the middle, Or I can be a little bit more efficient, get 4 gears for the recipe, and use an iron rod, which is made like this. There are, however, other recipes that might override this, so I may not be able to make that depending on how the pack set itself up. In this case, yeah, so I'm getting immersive engineering iron rods, and I don't think they're Ordic compatible, so I probably can't actually get away with it. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and hardcraft all of those. But I also need to smash a lot of rocks and things like that, so I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse myself. While all of that metal is cooking up, we are going to go milk a cow. Well, that was a short trip. It's not milking. Are you really a cow? Yeah, you're really a cow. Are you thirsty? Can I give you water? Now can I milk you? You're a well-fed, adult female cow who I cannot milk. This is confusing, to be honest. Are there any other cows? How's the wheat doing? The wheat's still taking its time. Can I milk a sheep? That's a lamb. It's not going to help any. Let's look just a little bit longer here. That's another... We should... That sounds like a spider. There's bees over here. Goodness. Okay. I'm not hallucinating. This forest used to be full of animals, right? Like, over full. Bam. You cow. Are you a cow? You're thirsty. Yeah. Okay. There's an apple tree. Okay. I missed that apple tree. We need to pick those apples. Alright, I see where it is. The piggy, you're a thirsty cow. Thirsty cow? Have water. Now, thirsty cow, give me milk. No. Shift bucket. Fertile, well-fed female cow. Lots of cherries in this forest. Okay. I'm gonna find that cow over here. Let's see if this works. Fourth cow's the charm. Third cow. Oh, you worked. Okay, I don't even want to know how that works out. Okay, so now, recipes for this, that's strange. Okay, so with this milk, I can put it into the bottles. I need to see if I can use... Okay, I can reduce it to the vanilla milk as well. There just probably are some things that don't work as vanilla milk. Let's go ahead and pick those apples before I forget, because they all look ripe. My goodness. That terrible, terrible... that torch behavior is really aggravating. We can put a torch right there. But yeah, the fact that it sometimes tries to place those. Alright. Let's get back to the house, which is back this way. Bucket. 4 bottles. 4 bottles of milk. And these things are 2 food and 16 saturation. So that is a full saturation bar. So this is enormously valuable. So we're going to go ahead and keep all of those and treat them like potions. All that glass can go in there. We're going to need more glass, actually. So while I'm up here, let's go ahead and make a wooden shovel really quick-like. Actually, do I have a piece of wood? I have a piece of wood. All right, let's go ahead real fast and go shovel up some sand from the beach before going downstairs. I should have made that an iron shovel, but that's fine. This kind of serves as a cutoff, so I don't get too involved in digging. Okay, we're back. I grabbed a bunch of wood. I also went ahead and filled 2 buckets of water because I know I'm going to need some water eventually as well. I could have done this upstairs, but we'll do it downstairs. Okay, just going to go ahead and grab that glass while I'm at it. Okay, so the extractor is going to require that device frame, which is going to need a copper gear, which we're going to go ahead and try to make this way. So we're going to get some copper rods. And we are going to make a copper gear that way. So these copper, I mean, that saved us a ton of copper, which again, we have plenty of, but this way we don't have to worry about the processing time. Okay, device frame check. Extractor. Okay, that's 1 machine down. Into this box with you for now. Okay, next we need the... not centrifugal. It's the still, the fractionating still is what we need. This is what breaks the tree sap or resin up into tree oil, which is what we can burn for fuel and other stuff. In this case, it'll be rosin, which we can burn in a solid fuel burning furnace. Okay, I need a nickel gear and 2 Constantan gears. So let's go ahead and make the nickel gear, and we're going to go ahead and try to do it the same way, this way. And the Constantan gears, where is that? There it is. Okay, I don't think, yeah, they didn't provide me recipes for that because that's not standard. So I'm going to need to put some iron in there, and I bet that's the recipe. Okay, great. So we got those. Tin gears. We also need some tin gears. Let's go ahead and see if we can't make tin gears the same way. Looks like we can. I don't know how many I need, but that's probably enough. And so, alright, so that redstone reception coils are gold. I'm going to need a couple of these, but I don't know how many, and they're quick and cheap to make, so it's no big deal. Okay, machine frame. We're going to go ahead and make that. We have the frame. And we can make the fractionating still into the box with you. Next, we're going to need some dynamos to actually generate the energy that uses these things. So, we're going to make a steam dynamo, which burns solid fuel and uses water. And we're also going to make 2 compression dynamos, which burn the tree oil or, you know, any other burnable fuel that we have. Okay, they require copper things, copper gears, redstone transmission coils. So we're going to need to make 3 of these. Let's go ahead and make 3 of these because we're making 3 engines. Okay, for the steam dynamo, we just need 1 of those. For the compression dynamo, oh, what am I missing? I'm short on... oh, I'm short on tin, it looks like. Let's go ahead and cook up a little bit of tin real quick. Where did it go? There's some tin, right there. We'll grab that one. Oh, do I already... Where's my electrum. What else do I have in these furnaces? There's my iron. Oh, we need more fuel for that. We'll just go and take that. And there's bricks. Brick, 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 brick. Alright. There's that tin we needed. So let's go back to that compression dynamo. Make 2 of them. Alright. So that's those for this setup. Next, we need a bunch of pipes to connect all of that together. And we need a leadstone energy cell. Let's make the cell first. So the energy cell is an energy cell for, okay, there's a conductance coil, which is new to me, which is, okay, that was where the electrum cost came from. So we need to make 1 of those. We need to make this cell here, which is going to require a lead gear. So let's go ahead and make a lead gear the same way all these others. We're going to have so many of these sticks sticking around. But that's okay. Alright, so get 1 of those energy cell frames, and then we need to stuff a block of redstone inside it. So we'll make a block of redstone. And not you. You. Wait, no. You. There we go. Okay, so there's the battery. I don't need any of these rods, I don't think, anymore, but I have the inventory space right now, so it's not gonna be too problematic at the moment. So with that, now we need to make some pipes. Okay, so ducts. We're going to go ahead and make 2 batches of the energy ducts. We are going to make 2 batches of the liquid ducts. And then we only need 1 item duct. Where is that? There's the item duct. Oh, the item duct, the clear item duct requires hardened glass, which we can't make. So we will make it opaque, except I put all of my... I need another piece of tin. Of course I need another piece of tin. This is what happens when I think... Alright, so back in there with you, cooking that. So that'll be almost everything. The other big thing that we need to make is we need to make an infinite water source. And I'm not going to use Thermal Expansion's one. They have this aqueous accumulator, which is great. It's a really neat thing, but it's more complicated and it's not as kind on the server. And to be fair, I'm a huge fan of pressure pipes. And they provide a water source block. Whoops, not that. That. And it's simply 2 buckets of water surrounded by some iron. So there we go. We're going to have to pull the water out with a servo, but that's fine. That's no big deal. Actually, let's go ahead and do that before I forget. We need to make a basic servo, which will require iron nuggets. I actually have iron nuggets on me. That's fortuitous. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get that tin. That should be done cooking. Great. And I forget what I was making. I was making item pipes. Item duct, opaque. There we go. We only need that one right there. And this is the machine. We actually have enough components here now to build the infinite energy source loop. But we don't have anything to use with use that energy for. So let's make a pulverizer and a furnace, which is going to require copper gears, a reception coil, a machine frame, and a piston. So we have copper gears. We need to make a reception coil. We're going to need to make a piston, which is going to require me to get some cobbles out. So we have a piston and the machine frame. So we're going to make 2... Oh. I need more tin. Of course I need more tin. Okay. We've done this before. We can do it again. This time we need 4 tin. Okay. Cooking that tin up. Let's see what the furnace needs while we're at it. The furnace needs bricks, copper gears. Okay, so we're going to need to make some more copper gears also. So let's do that real quick. That's another batch of copper gears. The bricks, we need to make 2 of those. See, I was thinking ahead for that. I remember that part. And did I make 2 reception coils? I did not make a second reception coil. So let's make a second reception coil. Okay, there's the third one that we were going to make. That's good. Everything is here except for this tin, which we will take and turn into a set of tin gears. Where's the tin? There it is. All right. And now, all right, we can make a furnace, and we can make a pulverizer. We can make we need flint. Of course we need flint. Let's see if smashing gravel with the hammer... Nope, that made sand. Okay. That was worth a try. It means we have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is just punching gravel. Okay. We have the gravel we need for, or the flint we need for that. There's the pulverizer. Okay, I'm going to clean up my inventory, be upstairs, and we can build this machine and watch it start running. I hope I made all the parts I need. Alright, we're back upstairs. I made myself a crescent hammer, which is the thermal expansion configuration wrench, and it required 10, and no, I don't want to talk about it. We're going to go over here. Actually, sheesh. It's just because... Okay, that mini's... You know what? Let's go ahead and kill the mini zombie. Is it gonna... It's just gonna sit there. And be unhittable? Okay, now that that's dealt with, we are going to figure out... My goodness. That is really irritating. Okay, we're going to build it right over here. Get rid of this field of flowers. It's in the way. Like I said, let's go ahead and build this thing. So first off, we need to attach to a tree. And you look like a tree I'm not going to knock down because it would kill the nutmeg over there, and so we'll do it this way. So we are going to place the arboreal extractor up against the root of a live tree. And you see how it lit up there? It's orange on there. That means it's working. This machine doesn't need to be fueled. It just slowly, over time, accumulates the stuff it needs. See, there we go, 50 resin right there. It's going to take a little while to do it, but it'll eventually do it. And what we want to do is we want to feed that into the fractionating still, right here. We're going to go ahead and configure this to take the input on the right, and we are going to output items. Okay, that's... All right, there we go. So we need to put a liquiduct in between the two, like so, and poof, little bit of liquid flew over there, and there we go, there's resin in there. And this is going to keep pumping in there until it can't pump anymore. This will separate the two, but it needs some energy to do that. So we are going to go ahead and feed it some energy via the machine. We're going to go ahead and actually do it... actually this way. This will be fine. We're going to take the energy cell and plunk it right there. And we are going to tell this to output energy toward the back and to the right side. It will accept energy from the left here because this is where we're going to feed up the dynamos. So let's go ahead and line up that. We don't need to put a duct here, but we will. So what I want to do now is we're going to go ahead and put our steam dynamo right there. That didn't work. This is what the hammer's for. Wham. Let's try that again. Steam dynamo. There we go. That's better. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and place up there for that. Then place our compression dynamos. Like it. Really. We'll deal with you later. Alright, so we have those. Those are going to pump, those when they generate energy, they're going to pump it into there. To make the energy, they actually need water from a water source. And we're just going to stick right there our water source block, which isn't feeding water because the water source block doesn't push. But if we put the servo on there, and we tell the servo to ignore redstone and always pump water, it is going to pump a steady stream of water out into both of those things, filling their water tanks. Then it's going to fill up its own internal storage. Yep, now the pipe's full. Okay, so that water, these things now have water. We can, how much have we accumulated? 300 resin. So birch trees aren't the best. Spruce trees would produce twice as fast, but I only have birch right here, and I'm not about to go waste time looking for another tree at the moment. We'll go do that later. Actually, real quick, before I do this, we're going to go ahead and pipe this item around here and make sure that the left output of the still is the item output. Okay, good. So what happens is this is going to split this resin up into rosin and tree oil. The tree oil is going to come up, and the rosin is going to go back into the steam dynamo. Let's go ahead and kick this machine off while we're at it. I've got some mini charcoal that I picked up downstairs. I'm going to... Oh! Right. Right. It has a very short white list of which fuels it can use. But we can always unmini that piece of charcoal. Put it in there. Poof. Now it's burning, which is going to generate energy, which is going to pass through this thing, which is going to go into here and start it working. And we're almost there. So now that this is producing, this will start slowly. You see how slowly it's working. It will slowly generate this... oh, yeah, see where that one piece of charcoal was not enough for it to continue going forever. It built that rosin. It should eventually eject it. I don't know why it's not. We'll look at that in a bit. That is item ducts. But we're going to go ahead and make a pipe here the same way for that tree oil to go into. And now that's got tree oil. It should be burning. There we go. It took it a few seconds to realize it's got that fuel to burn. But once it started burning, it's burning, and now it's producing some energy. And we've got 80 RF a tick going in here because both of those are burning. This here is actually burning that rosin that came out of here. And we have a feedback loop. This is renewable energy. It's not a solar panel. It's just a closed loop coming from a water source and a tree. And we could put more extractors around the base of this tree to increase the speed that we pull. And eventually, when we're making this into kind of something big and we start having real energy needs, we will. But it's not a concern for me at the moment. The other thing I need to do is actually be able to plug some machines in here. So I'm going to take my furnace and my pulverizer. And both of those need to output their everything to a central outputting. And we're going to actually, we will allow them to accept input from the top, so we could put, what's it called again? So I can put hoppers on top so we can queue items to do. But if we stick a chest right there, everything they produce will be just shunted into there. And I I should have brought some tin ore up here to demonstrate the pulverization, but I think instead, let's just grab a piece of... You know what, let's grab a piece of gravel. Because that was a pain. So this piece of gravel will go into the pulverizer and get pulverose. And yay, we have working machinery. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. I want to go ahead and make that... And look, flint. See how much easier that was? I want to go ahead and make a... I want to make that saddle a little flotation device for the saddle for the horse. But that can wait. We do have some... My goodness, that is irritating. I need to stop carrying torches in that hand. I don't know what's causing that, because I'm not used to that behavior. But that's okay. Either way, my name's Larian. This has been Minecraft. This poor little pretend zombie. He doesn't know what he's doing here. You want some? You want some? No? Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.